Hello, and thanks for joining me today for this informative webinar on COVID-19 and tools for the hospitality industry to open safe every day. My name is Heather, and I'm a client success representative here at InUnison who has a background in the hospitality and food and beverage industry, having worked in it for almost 20 years. For those of you not familiar with our company, InUnison is a health and safety technology expert. We have been in the business of workplace health and safety for over 10 years, primarily in the energy and resource industries. Earlier this year, we saw a need emerge within the hospitality industry for a product that would provide businesses with a health and safety solution to help them navigate the pandemic, and that is when we created OpenSafe. Now there is an opportunity for the hospitality industry to demonstrate leadership in the adoption of health and safety management solutions that empower workers to open safe every day at their workplaces and provide confidence to hospitality patrons that they will be safe frequenting their pubs, restaurants, and other hospitality enterprises. The significant business challenges imposed by COVID-19 for the hospitality industry cannot be ignored. We appreciate these businesses need more clarity with regards to legislation and consistency of safe services offered by staff as they deal with the many challenges the pandemic poses. We believe there is a path to success that incorporates the best practices of personal safety, care, and concern for staff and patrons, and we have developed technology to enable those practices to be able to be applied every day as businesses open safely. I'm going to take a few minutes to introduce you to OpenSafe, an online health and safety platform we have developed here at InUnison Technologies Corporation. Our product is designed to work for the hospitality industry, helping companies effectively plan, manage, implement, monitor, and adhere to local COVID-19 regulations. As you are soon going to see for yourself, OpenSafe is an easy-to-use online tool that ensures workers and business owners alike have all the relevant and necessary information, policies, procedures, and processes to enable them to maintain a safe workplace. They cover all your health and safety needs while helping you stay up to date with COVID-19 updates and changes. To start, let's take a look at the agenda for the day. Introduction, we've done that already. We're going to talk a little bit about pandemic realities, the challenges of regulation and pandemic responses. Then we'll go into the future of the hospitality industry. How does the InUnison OpenSafe product help my business? How do supervisors leverage OpenSafe? What are some of OpenSafe's key benefits? What does this mean for my patrons? And how can we get started? Pandemic realities. Health and safety has become front and center now more than ever for the industry. How does InUnison help us navigate through the ever-changing legislation and remain compliant? With the current pandemic and as we enter flu season, maintaining a firm grasp on our health and safety management is front and center for the hospitality industry. National and local government regulators and health services organizations are all issuing guidelines and instructions designed to help companies operate safely. Here at InUnison, our health and safety experts monitor all regulatory, government, and industry inputs regarding COVID-19 and continuously update our content, including the health and safety policies, plans, procedures, forms, and reference documents. By using the InUnison OpenSafe product, businesses can be confident they have all the information they need. It is critical to understand that the InUnison content management team curates all changes as they occur to ensure that OpenSafe content is always the most recent and applicable. Our content development experts use municipal, provincial, and federal government legislation and recommendations to build out the safety program and safe work practices and forms. All updates are done as they occur, ensuring timely content. The future of the hospitality industry. With all the new restrictions and regulations due to the pandemic, how are restaurants adapting and changing to meet their bottom line? What does the industry look like in the future? As the effects of the pandemic come to light and continue to grow over time, we are witnessing resiliency and adaptability within the hospitality industry in order for businesses to survive. Almost all restaurants have moved into takeout of some sort, whether it be through local delivery and online ordering apps or by phone and curbside pickup. Local delivery, digitally enabled, has allowed restaurants to stay afloat and increase their sales while still functioning at a reduced seating capacity. Small restaurants are transitioning into ghost kitchens, catering for delivery only, no patrons ever stepping foot inside the establishment. Virtual eateries with multiple tenants are a phenomenon of the present, an indication of the creativity and perseverance of an industry known for its low margins, struggling even more to survive and comply during the pandemic. Let's take a look at a company that has incorporated this digital change in delivery expansion and how they have adapted during the COVID pandemic. I was recently at an Earl's, who operate in Canada and the US. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the brand. Earl's was impacted by the many different local and regional rules and regulations and had to adjust to reopen and remain open. From the CEO, there is clear communication to both customers and staff of their commitment to health and safety. Detailed information is available to customers about cleaning and policies around space, masks, capacity, etc. Delivery services are available at all locations, and digital technology has been leveraged to the max to enable customers to access as many menu options as possible, despite some restriction in menu options caused by the pandemic. Patios are open in consideration of local weather and regulations, and staff are monitoring their health. The entire customer experience is constructed around care, safety, and tasty food options. So what can the rest of the industry take away from the Earl's example? Well, in order for hospitality businesses to survive the pandemic, there has to be 1, an added focus on health and safety, with protocols that ensure employees and guests alike are safe. 2, a component that ensures the business can remain open and can demonstrate compliance with local legislation. And then 3, some business model adaptations to increase sales despite reduced capacity due to social distancing. The good news I have for you today is that our OpenSafe product covers 2 of those 3 components. Why OpenSafe? What are some of the features that make the InUnison software an obvious game changer when it comes to health and safety for the industry? Okay, so let's get into how the digital technology from InUnison, specifically our OpenSafe product, can help a restaurant efficiently respond to the new requirements related to the pandemic. How does it really work? In this day and age, there is nothing that says efficiency like an online tool that you can access anywhere. The ease of use of our OpenSafe product is probably one of its greatest features. Let me walk you through a real-life example so you can see what it's like from a standard user perspective. Let's take Susie, who is a server at Skate Lace Bar and Grill. So Susie is on her way in for a Friday night open shift, and 15 minutes before starting work, she pulls out her smartphone, pulls up a web browser, goes to inunison.io for the InUnison login page, enters her credentials, username, email, and password, and logs into the platform. Once she's logged in, she creates a new health and safety event and completes a COVID-19 pre-screening self-assessment before her shift starts. No app necessary. She accesses it from anywhere where she can access a web browser. COVID-19 pre-screening self-assessment. InUnison developed this questionnaire based on approved questions from regional, provincial, state, and federal government requirements. We've had it tested many times with health inspectors doing site inspections who have asked to see how some of our businesses are doing their due diligence with their employees, and it's always an approved and compliant way of tracking employee health. So the COVID-19 pre-screening self-assessment is a health and safety event. An event is any health and safety happening that we want recorded within the InUnison platform. The COVID-19 pre-screening self-assessment itself is just 5 quick questions to document the health of staff and help monitor the spread of infection. The types of questions included in the assessment are, in the past 14 days, did you return from travel outside of Canada? Or did you have close contact with someone who is confirmed as having COVID-19? All answers to the self-assessment are strictly confidential and can only be seen by a user who has the authority, such as a manager or an admin. So let's get back to our standard user, Susie. What else is she using the OpenSafe product for, other than the COVID-19 pre-screening self-assessment? Okay, so Friday night, she's on her way into work. Susie's completed her self-assessment and is now at work on the floor and ready to start her shift. To double check that the restaurant is ready to serve its first guests, she logs into InUnison and logs another InUnison health and safety event. This time, it's the COVID-19 workplace inspection. This event is similar to the self-assessment. She can complete it from any web browser using her InUnison login credentials. It's 12 yes or no questions, such as, is hand sanitizer readily available? Have high-touch areas been cleaned and sanitized? Is social distancing practiced? This event makes sure the restaurant is safe and ready to receive guests and is compliant with all protocols. Without having to think twice about it, Susie has successfully taken the steps to protect herself, her co-workers, and the patrons of Skate Lace Bar and Grill, and is making sure that the business operates in compliance. The COVID-19 workplace inspection form is part of the OpenSafe content and was immediately available to Susie and to any other hospitality employee. Although customizing forms is something that InUnison users can do, the OpenSafe product is already built out with all the tools you need. You just have to sign up and go. Okay, so we've seen what the product looks like from a standard user standpoint, like Susie, and a couple of the functions she might use on a given day. But what about some of the other users I've referred to, such as a manager? So Susie's just a standard user with standard user permissions, but there are also manager and admin users who have access to more in-depth tools and functionality within the software. So let's say Susie or any other standard user responds yes to one of the self-assessment questions. A manager is going to be immediately notified through the platform and can address the situation. OpenSafe also gives managers recommendations for a yes answer on a self-assessment. How do they know what to do if an employee answers yes? Managers and employees alike can refer to the COVID-19 protocol that is outlined in the InUnison Safety Management Program. In this case, COVID-19 Section 4.0 covers symptomatic, infected, and exposed workers and describes exactly the steps for managers, business owners, and employees to follow should a worker identify with symptoms or become exposed and answer yes on the self-assessment. It is all laid out for you, eliminating the headache and guesswork. Let's see what the user experience is like from the manager's perspective. We're going to take Max, who is a manager at Skate Lace Bar and Grill, and he's a manager user on the OpenSafe platform. Max is about to start his Friday night shift, along with Susie. He pulls up the InUnison login page. He logs in, like the rest of the staff, with his email and password. Once on the platform, he creates his first health and safety event of the day and does his COVID-19 daily self-assessment. The difference with Max is that he has manager user permissions in InUnison. So after Max completes his assessment, he can check the InUnison event reports. The event reports tell Max which of his coworkers have completed their COVID-19 self-assessments, and he can instantly see that all of them have passed and can safely start their shift. Now let's say Max has a new employee training tonight, Jake, who's a great new addition to the front of house team. As part of the training at Skate Lace Bar and Grill, Jake has had to read up on the Skate Lace COVID-19 safety management policies. Each employee is required to read through the management policies so they are all on the same page and understand the procedures and implications. The safety management program has a button on each section that says read and accept. Max pulls up the red report and can immediately see that Jake has read and accepted all of the COVID-19 related parts of the safety program. Without having to print out, organize paperwork, hand it over to Jake, then follow up with him, sign off on the accepted policies and procedures, Max confidently can train Jake knowing he is up to date with just the click of a button. InUnison provides Max with the tools he needs to manage his team efficiently and the security knowing that if anything happens, he has done everything to protect himself, his staff, and his patrons. When an inspector shows up and asks to see their COVID-19 safety program and how they are complying to the guidelines, Max can either walk them through the online safety management program or they can be given their own login to the InUnison platform and can see for themselves. It's really that simple. Okay, so we've seen what the OpenSafe product can do for standard users like Susie and how it works for them. And we've seen some of the manager tools and how OpenSafe works for managers with Max. But what are some of the other key benefits we have not yet touched on? We haven't seen the primary benefit of the OpenSafe product from a business owner's point of view, which is peace of mind. Let's take Mary. She's the owner of Skate Lace Bar and Grill and the decision maker who signed them up for OpenSafe. Her business has seen quite a few changes in the last 6 months, and OpenSafe has let her direct her attention back to the business during a time where hospitality businesses everywhere are being overwhelmed by added health and safety requirements. As the pandemic became a reality, Mary knew she had to make changes to her business in order to stay afloat and keep her team and patrons safe. She realized that by expanding the business model to include the delivery apps and by subscribing to OpenSafe, she could manage and adapt to the changing pandemic realities. OpenSafe saves her the time she would have to spend creating new training documents and updating company policies. It reduces the added stress caused by staying up to date with the constantly changing health orders, and it lets her focus on keeping her business going day to day. Investing in a health and safety solution during a time like this is a smart business decision, and she has adopted an employee-centric safety perspective that attracts talent and guests. An organization that asks you how healthy you are every day in order to help you stay safe is a great place to work. So how does Mary know she's getting a safety program that is relevant to her business? And how does InUnison customize them and make sure they are up to date? Well, the safety program is already in place, and it's specifically designed to automatically incorporate policy that is localized to the business. So when a business signs up for OpenSafe, we input the city and province, and it automatically generates a safety program that is pertinent to that business location. The safety program is made available immediately upon subscription and has already been fully customized with the company name throughout. This is a great asset for any business, as we all know that writing safety programs is a tedious and time-consuming task for business owners, especially when they are constantly needing to be updated to comply with the changing legislation and recommendations. So when a new public health order has just been issued at a provincial level and there is an update to the COVID-19 requirements, Mary will receive an email from InUnison to alert her to the changes. But she knows that the Skate Lace Bar and Grill COVID-19 response policy has already automatically been updated online to comply with the new standards issued. She knows that even if an inspector walks in during a busy Friday night shift, she will have all the compliance paperwork at the tip of her fingers to prove that Skate Lace Bar and Grill has done and continues to do everything necessary to keep her investment, her health, her business, her staff, and her patrons safe. So what does InUnison's OpenSafe product mean for clients? OpenSafe builds confidence, security, and trust. For example, let's take Sam. She's a patron at Skate Lace Bar and Grill. Her family's been coming here for years. It's Friday night. She's with her husband and kids for dinner. She's grateful that they are able to safely get together and that they can do it at her favorite local restaurant. As Sam and her family walk into Skate Lace Bar and Grill, she notices the InUnison sticker in the window, and underneath it, it says OpenSafe every day. InUnison gives Sam the confidence to eat out during the pandemic. InUnison instills trust, knowing that her favorite eatery is using best practices to keep her and her loved ones safe. InUnison provides security and peace of mind so she can enjoy her night out. All our users know the OpenSafe product and are proud of their ability to stay up to date on safety requirements. They know it contributes to their health through the daily assessments. Staff show the tool on their phone to customers who demonstrate interest and want to know how they are staying open and safe. So how do companies get started with OpenSafe? That's the best part. Onboarding and registering your business is so simple. Go to inunison.io and create your own account. After subscribing to OpenSafe, you register your business and invite your staff to join as users. They each create their own logins with email and password, and then the one-time setup process is complete. Within minutes of joining, you have the OpenSafe tools at your fingertips, a compliant safety management program that is tailored to your business, and everything you need for your business to open safe every day. Something we also haven't touched on yet is cost. We all know the difference between making it or breaking it in this industry is having a firm grasp on your bottom line. Here at InUnison, we wanted to be able to demonstrate to the food and beverage industry that we are committed to helping you meet your health and safety needs. After we created OpenSafe, we decided that we would offer it to food and beverage companies in Alberta with the first 12 months free. This allows you to focus on keeping your business running without the added stress of being imposed by the pandemic regulations and legislation. Every business subscribing to OpenSafe will receive a decal for their window and will be featured in an online directory of enterprises that use our tools. This can contribute to your marketing efforts to attract customers' experience of fear of going out, but reassuring them from the start that your business is safe for everyone. And that's it. Thanks for listening today. For more information, you can reach out to either of the email addresses listed here. That's mine, honor@inunison.ca. My name's Heather. And that's my colleague Paul there, who can address any of your questions on how the program works or how you can get started. We hope to be working with you soon. Bye for now.